Hello there my fellow holotable heroes and welcome to another SWGOH video. So I'm back here with another Negotiator mirror match video, and I've already done a lot of them. I've done like an in-depth guide explaining really the key mechanics around Valor and unending loyalty. So if you're interested in those, basics of how Negotiator mirror matches work, there'll be a link in the description below to that initial in-depth guide. But obviously since I recorded that, a lot of things have changed. We got Y-Wing introduced to the game and as well as now Relic 8. So I've done the most recently Relic 7 versus Relic 8 Negotiator guide. Again, there'll be a link in the description below. But even, with that guide that I created, I know some people mentioning are still maybe a little bit struggling again against these mirror matches. And, when RNG doesn't go your way, things can get dicey in these mirror matches. That's why I was, for the last few days in Arena, trying out some new ideas how I can actually improve upon Relic 7 versus Relic 8 Negotiator mirror matches. And I found a really cool way here that you gain advantage right in the beginning of the battle, as if you would have a Relic 9 Negotiator. So even your Negotiator's Relic 7 will be actually faster than the enemy Negotiator, as if you got Relic 9 or Negotiator. So I just want to run here for a few battles here. And just talk you through it just to show you how it works. But before I get into it, let's first actually just remind ourselves what the problem is with Relic 8 Negotiator. Now Relic 7 Negotiator, when maxed out, will have a speed of 189. However, at Relic 8 the speed will be 191, which means the enemy Negotiator goes first every single time, which in certain situations can cause problems, especially like going against Ahsoka in the starting lining up. It's because Ahsoka brings extra firepower to the team, and as well on her basic she can give offense up to another ally, and if that ally is either Anakin or Y-Wing, they potentially could take out your Anakin even when he's hiding in stealth. Whereas without Ahsoka, without that offense up, once your Anakin's in stealth, he's safe. They won't have enough firepower to take them out with their AoEs. But against Ahsoka, it did happen a couple of times. That's why I wanted to find a way how to get around it. So that's the challenge here that we are dealing with. And the solution to this problem is none other than the OG Imperial TIE Fighter. That's right. Now, before I go into reasons why, in order for this to work, your TIE pilot will need to be in minimum of gear 12, and if he's at minimum gear 12, you will need to place one 6-dot mod on him, and this will allow the actual TIE fighter to have a speed of 192, which is one speed faster than Relic 8 Negotiator and Relic 8 Anakin for that matter. Obviously, if you got Relic TIE Fighter, this will be even better because you won't need to do some of those tricks that I'll show you. Because if you can get your TIE Fighter to be faster than enemy Ahsoka as well as faster than enemy 5s, which TIE Fighter is if maxed out, but I would imagine not many people will have a Relic 7 TIE pilot. But if you do, then this makes it a whole lot easier. You don't have to rely on some trickery that I'll show you in a couple of battles. Because TIE Fighter will go first if he's relic up, because he's the fastest, and you can then just go ahead, use his targeting computer special, which will add foresight on him. And because AI is always programmed there to go after the weakest ship, they will always target TIE Fighter. And why that's good, because if you look at the TIE Fighters here, unique control thrusters, so whenever TIE Fighter evades, it will grant 25% meter to capital ship. So that's the trick that you actually use. So even your Negotiator was supposed to go after enemy Negotiator. You use this ability here, they go after TIE Fighter, he evades, feeds their meter to your Negotiator, and then your Negotiator goes before Relic 8 Negotiator, and that's how you can gain advantage. Obviously, in ideal world, you would have a Relic TIE Fighter, he would just go and use it, but still in this case, because mine's only gear 12, he's not faster than enemy Ahsoka and 5s. So there are a couple of tricks that you can manipulate the enemy there in order to do that. Now, there's also like a really cool synergy between TIE Fighter and Anakin, because probably you're aware of it, but TIE Fighter has 0 protection, so he's all health. And because even when he doesn't have foresight, in beginning when 5s hits him, he will fall below 100% health because he's got no protection, and this will immediately give turn to your Anakin, because Anakin gains 100% turn meter every time an ally falls below 100% health. So there is a very good synergy there as well between TIE Fighter and Anakin that works really well versus 5s in the starting lineup. So it's like either you evade and you feed turn meter to Negotiator, or if they do a hit on you, then your Anakin gets turn meter. So either way, it's a win-win. You get a jump start on the enemy. Alright, so time for first battle here. So obviously this one is versus Ahsoka, and because mentioned before, my TIE Fighter is not relicked. If he would be relicked, he would be faster than Ahsoka. I could just go ahead, use the special Ahsoka, and he would get foresight. Ahsoka would hit him, my Negotiator would get turn meter. But because he's not, then means that he will be slower both than my 5s and enemy Ahsoka. So what you do is you hit Ahsoka with 5's basic that will apply debuffs, and then Ahsoka, because she will have debuffs, she will cleanse herself, apply retribution to herself, and now you can go ahead and hit Ahsoka with a special, gain foresight, and Ahsoka will counterattack. And there goes your Relic 7 Negotiator going before Relic 8 Negotiator. Now you can go ahead, do the AoE here, apply buff immunity on there over on enemy Anakin. Already exhausted their buff immunity here. Now unfortunately this is the unending loyalty bug that keeps occurring often now. So Anakin is there stuck, and he will not lose unending loyalty no matter how many times you hit him. But you know, it doesn't matter. Battle is pretty much won at this point. You've got buff immunity on Anakin, so he couldn't get Valor. You know, you've taken out Ahsoka. You've got full control on the battlefield here. We'll just have to deal with this bug on Anakin. So there you go. That's how this really works. It's so simple there to gain advantage in the beginning versus these Ahsoka lineups. As mentioned before, if your TIE Fighter would obviously be faster, relicked up, it's even easier. You just go ahead, use the special, Ahsoka will hit him, and you know, you get turn meter. But in this case, you know, I would imagine not many people do have a relicked up TIE pilot, because he's not that great of a character. Still, minimum gear 12, this works really well. I tested multiple times and it worked really well. Alright, finally got rid of the bug there on Anakin, so we're able to take him out, AoE, and boom, this is a win. Alright, so let's do another battle here versus Ahsoka. So the same trick here, basic on Ahsoka, apply debuffs on her, she cleanses herself, you hit her, getting foresight, she counterattacks, feeds turn meter to your Negotiator. You can then go ahead, apply buff immunity on Anakin, take out Ahsoka, and then, you know, have to deal with the bug there on Anakin yet again. We got him there in the red, but again, due to the bug, he will be stuck there at the 1 health, like for a couple of turns. But in the meantime, you can, you know, take out other ships and then just finish off Anakin in the end. His days, so he won't be gaining any bonus turn meter there. And even if he would, you know, he's got buff immunity on him, so he can't gain Valor and feed turn meter to enemy Negotiator. Alright, there we go. Now I can apply an ending loyalty on my guys. There we go. There's a really, really neat trick here to gain advantage over Relicate Negotiators. Very, very easy here. I mean, in most cases you do lose Imperial TIE Fighter, but other than that, you know, it's a pretty clean win here. Alright, so they get to go now. Gonna bring in my Plo to clean up this mess, and then can go ahead, maybe apply, taunt on 5s, because they will dispel taunt on Y-Wing, so you do want to have a taunt on here, just to make sure to protect your Anakin at all costs. Okay, the burning 5s as the reinforcement. Alright, I'm stuck behind the taunt now. There we go, another AoE here. Hopefully land some days. A target lock on Anakin. Nothing this time. Let's take him out. There we go, before he takes a turn. And now just a case of cleaning up these two guys. There we go, booster meter. Get a taunt back up. And I think we should be good to go with the ultimate here now. There we go, AoE. Ultimate's ready, but you know what, it's just a single target, so I think AoE is a waste when you have a single target. So let's bring in here Consular Colon Assist here to dispel that critical damage immunity on 5s, so we can then go ahead and take him out. Alright, so let me show also how it works with 5s in the enemy starting lineup. So in order for this trick to work, you need to ensure that the enemy 5s goes before your 5s. So maxed out 5s there will have a speed of 203. So my 5s actually has speed of 202 because I do not have all 6 dot mods on him. I think I just a couple of 6 dot mods on my 5s. So my 5s will then be slower than enemy 5s. And that's what you want here in order for this trick to work here. Again, if you would have a relic Imperial TIE Fighter, he will be faster than 5s, and then, you know, it doesn't matter how fast your 5s would be, you could still use this trick. But in my case, I do have 5s modded to be slower than maxed 5s on my shard, so I can again use the trick here with the TIE Fighter. So let me now show you the battle. Alright, here we go. So I'll just here pause here in the opening sequence just to explain what is going. So as mentioned before, my 5s is not maxed out, so he's slower than enemy 5s. And the way AI is programmed, they always go against, they always go after the weakest ship. And in this case, it's TIE Fighter always here in this lineup. So 5s, whenever he does damage to an enemy, that enemy will gain a bonus turn meter. So this will then allow my TIE Fighter to go before my 5s. And that's the turn meter you want. And at the same time, now that Imperial TIE Fighter dropped below 100% health, because he's got no protection, now my Anakin got turned first, so you can go ahead apply buff immunity. And now, even though my 5s is faster than my Imperial TIE Fighter, because my TIE Fighter got bonus turn meter when enemy 5s hit him, he gets to go second. So now you can go ahead, use special attack, gain foresight, and obviously 5s is faster than Anakin there and enemy negotiator, so now my 5s gets a turn. So I do want to hit Anakin, because again, when 5s does damage, enemy gains bonus turn meter, which means that even though the enemy Anakin is slower than enemy negotiator, because I will feed turn meter to him with 5s, he will go, do his AoE, my Imperial TIE Fighter evades the attack, which again feeds turn meter to my negotiator, and bye bye Anakin, thank you for playing. And bye bye my Imperial TIE Fighter, thank you for playing as well. But you know, with Anakin out of the way, this is then easy cleanup job. From here on out, you just bring in Plo here, just to recover some health and protection. You can then either boost turn meter, I like to actually put a taunt up on Plo himself. Oh, they brought Ahsoka, okay. That's not ideal, but I think we still got this. Let's just smash an AoE here with 5s, and then apply unending loyalty here on my guys. Alright, let's go after 5 now, see if we can finish him off. Some bonus turn meter here with Plo, 5s is gone. So just a case of taking out Ahsoka here, which, you know, she can be quite annoying here to take out. So let's see if an assist here will be enough here from Anakin. No critical hit. Oh god, now she's got retribution. Oh well. Come on. Alright, so unfortunately no creeds there. So it's gonna drag on a bit. But there we go. Come on, I need 5s with a dispel. Come on, there we go. So Ahsoka's gone. Just finishing off here Plo. And job done. There we go. Couple of basics. Well, throw up the bombs, why not? And boom, there we go. Okay, so let's just one more battle here again against versus 5s. So I'll just let it run this time, no pausing here. So again, same thing, 5s hits TIE Fighter, which gives turn meter to my Anakin. Then Anakin applies buff immunity. I get the force set up with my TIE Fighter, poke Anakin to give him turn meter, so he's waste his AoE, so my then TIE Fighter evades, feeds turn meter to my negotiator, and bye bye Anakin, thank you for playing. And there goes my TIE Fighter as well. That's okay, he did his job. We were able to outrun our Relicate negotiator without any problems thanks to his evasion tactics there, boosting turn meter. Okay, so they brought in here Houndstooth, so the first reinforcement. So let's bring in Plo here to clean this up and maybe boost turn meter. heal up a bit, smash an AoE with 5s. Now stuck behind Houndstooth here, then let's put Tauntaun my 5s here, apply an ending loyalty, and now we're really in good place here. We are all in good health. We've got 3 Galactic Republic ships versus 2 on the other side, so we should gain here advantage through Valor, and should be able to, you know, get more turns in here, and as well get the ultimate out quicker. And let's bring here Y-Wings, so we can now go ahead and snipe 5s. Bye bye 5s, thanks you for playing as well. Now let's see what I got. I got Falcon here, okay. So yeah, that's pretty much 4 Galactic Republic ships versus 1. You know, the enemy does not have a chance at this point anymore to do anything. There we go, let's gun down Houndstooth, take out Y-Wing, and then we've only got here Falcon to go. Alright. Okay, they've got another attack out, and I'll just throw here the ultimate, and let's see, will that be enough? Not quite. Another basic, and boom, there we go. Alright guys, and that's how I'm using Imperial TIE Fighter now in Arena, going up against Negotiators that have either 5s or Ahsoka in the starting lineup. This doesn't really work against the lineups where Rex is in starting lineup. It's just because there, you know, you don't have anybody faster there, so all you can do is your TIE Fighter can go ahead, apply force setup, and then enemy Negotiator will just go. So you do need 5s or Ahsoka on the enemy side, so they're fast enough that you can then, you know, manipulate their turns in beginning to make sure that your TIE Fighter can evade. Obviously this will be even easier, as mentioned before, if your TIE Pilot would be relicked up. He would be naturally faster then, and then you would need to do all those tricks I showed you in the beginning to manipulate turn meter from the enemy. You could just do special attack first, get a force set up, and then you would evade, and that would be it. So versus 5s and Ahsoka, this works really well, so that's what I'm using now. Versus Rex in the starting lineup, to be honest, the mirror matches are much easier anyway, because without 5s and Ahsoka in starting lineup, the enemy just doesn't have that initial firepower in the beginning that otherwise brings. So I'm kind of now really happy here with all the Negotiator mirror matches teams that I put together. And let me know, anyway, give it a try if you do have a minimum Gear 12 Imperial TIE Fighter. Let me know in the comments below, does it work for you or not? But until then, have fun, enjoy life, and may the RNG be with you, my friends.